I'm just going to start off this by saying that I am not a fantasy girly. I am a smutty girl.
He's written by a woman. He's written by a woman. That's why he's written by a woman.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Charlotte and today we're just going to do like an Easter vlog. Easter starts for us on the Thursday, like everything is closed except for maybe like a teeny tiny grocery store that's allowed to be open on like Sundays, because Sundays everything is closed here as well. So I figured, why not just do like a reading vlog, see how much we read during Easter. You know, I have an iced coffee. It actually tastes very good. Oh, and I made that. I'm good. And yeah, what we're reading Zodiac Academy. I'm on the second book. If you do not know what Zodiac Academy is, it's about Tori and Darcy. I want to call her Daisy, but her name is Darcy. They are from the mortal world. They don't know that they are fae at all because this is, well, fantasy. So they don't know that they are fae at all until somebody shows up and kind of just swoops them away into this world, and they have to learn everything. They have to learn what type of fae they are. They have to learn their order. They understand that their zodiac signs have a lot to say. So you get to read, because they're twins, you get to read like the Gemini zodiac sign and what that has to say for them for that day, and how it, how it turns out to actually be affecting their day. The first book, it was okay. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was going to be way worse because I've been listening to, people on TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that being like, it's okay, just sets up the series. So I went in with very low expectations. I had so much fun. Now I am on the second book and I am enjoying it so much. Maybe a little bit too much. No, that you can't enjoy it too much. But I do have a complaint, and that is the fact that this one is actually different from this one. As you can see, the cover on this one is different than the cover on this one. And this one has, how do I put it? The Kindle version, the smut is more smutty. Like it goes, like it's more descriptive. I think that's the best way to put it. It is way more descriptive. And the audiobook matches this one. So when I was listening to the audiobook and I was reading it on my Kindle, I was like, wait, there's like, several sentences here that they do not say, that they just completely skip, or the wording of the sentence was completely different, because I feel like this is maybe more like new adult, and this one is more adult. And that irritated me because I can't find this as an audiobook, and you couldn't find this one as a Kindle version. I could find it as a paperback, but I could not find it as a Kindle version. So it actually made me not want to listen to the audiobook while I'm reading, but I might read this one while I listen to the audiobook. But also, I am a smutty girl, so if the smut arrives again, I might switch over to my Kindle. Let's read. I don't know how many pages I've already read today. Not that many, I think. I can check and I'll tell you guys at the end of the day. Also, if you hear a lot of voices and noises around me, school's out. Tom's off from work, It's a holiday. And they decided that they were going to sell their toys so they have money when we go on holiday. And they had to do it right now. And I support them 100%. But yeah. Let's dive into this one. I am hoping, like, I'm 83% in according to my Kindle. I am hoping to finish it today so that I can start a different one either later today or tomorrow. It's Friday. And yesterday, as you guys saw, we decided, well, we didn't decide. We decided already. We had a date night. The kids got picked up a little bit earlier than we thought they were going to, so we we made dinner very early because I was going to have like a small lunch. But then the kids got picked up and we were like, you know what, fuck it, we're just going to make dinner. We're just going to have an evening date. So that's what we did. And I had so much fun. We watched 2 movies. We watched 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street, as you guys saw. Then we started a series. But then Tom was like, hey, do you want to crawl into bed and read? And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That's the most like sexy thing you could have said to me. Yes. Yes, I want to crawl into bed and read. And that's what we did. And I finished the second Zodiac book. I loved this. I loved it. Like, I had so much fun when I was reading this. It's not even funny. I mean, the book is funny. I did enjoy the book. I did enjoy the book. But even though it ended not necessarily on a cliffhanger, but it still ended in a way that just sucked me straight on in. I was so invested in the story. I think I laid in bed for 2 hours because I just had to finish it. And it's been a long time since I've had that feeling of just having to finish a book. And I know a lot of people would be like, oh my God, so yeah, you jumped just straight on into the next one. No, I didn't. My brain works a little differently. If I consume, usually at least, if I consume a series just done, I get a little bit bored of the story. I get a little bit bored of the characters. I need like some new vibes. I need something new to happen. So I usually read not more than 2 books at it, like back to back. Then I read something different. Usually, like, this is a fantasy book, so I would read a romance book or a mystery, something completely different, and then I can dive back in. So I get a little bit break from them. And that's what I decided to do with this one. Even though it is super fun, I have the 3rd one on my Kindle. I have the 3rd one as a paperback. I could jump straight on into it. I decided not to do so. This one, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I'm not completely sold, like this is a 5-star series for me. Not yet. But I have heard that the 3rd and 4th book is like where people either love it or they get upset because they get upset with one of the main characters. But so far I enjoy it. It's a 4.5. It's a 4.5 for me. And yesterday I ended up reading 116 pages, which is a lot for me. It's so much for me. I usually do not read that much, and it might be the most I read this Easter, but we'll see. It's Friday, so I don't really know. So what I decided to do was, see what Sinner's about. So that's the book I started today, and if you're like, what's this? This is a dark romance. It's not dark in the way that, it's not stalker, non-consent type of dark, but it has a religious aspect that I would not recommend you giving to, some. It's not a religious book in that sense. So that's what makes it dark. Like the themes are dark, not necessarily the actions are dark. So this is the 2nd book in the Priest series. The 1st book is Priest. So it's about a priest, a Catholic priest. That also has consent. I feel like I have to say that. That book does not have non-consent. That book does not have non-consent. It only has consent. I don't know if that made sense. Made sense in my head. This is the 2nd book. It's about Sean Bell. Sean Bell is not religious. Sean Bell, he thinks that he's one of the people that has been praying to a god, that has asked for stuff. Shitty stuff keeps on happening, and he's like, nah, there's nobody's listening to my prayers anyway. And it kind of evolved from there. What happened, you will read about in the book. You don't have to read Priest. You can jump straight onto this one. They're interconnected standalones, because I know a lot of people do not like Priest because he is a priest. So you can jump straight on into this one. You will still, know what happened in their family and why Sean stopped believing. But Sean ends up interested in his best friend's little sister, who just happens to become, well, she's on her way to becoming a nun right now. She refers to herself as a sister. No, she has a different word for it. I can't remember, but she's trying to become a nun. He's also like 36. She's 21. So it's age gap, it's best friend's little sister, and it's, just play Sam Smith on Holy, basically. I have been listening to the audiobook of this one as well. I've been listening while I've been getting ready. You can see I have my little sucky, and yes, they really do suck, earbuds in. The audio is horrific. And I've listened to 5 chapters. So I'm 58 pages into the book. It flies by fairly quickly. So as far as I can see, the chapters are very short, which I do like. I hate when the chapters are big because my brain can't stop in the middle of a chapter. I have to finish the chapter. It's 400 pages. The speed I'm listening to the audiobook, it's about 5.5 hours. So I could technically get through it today. In 3 hours, we're going to a family dinner. But yeah, I'm also back in bed. I changed the bedding yesterday, and then I forgot that I put the bedding in the washing machine. So when we went to bed, there was no bedding on the bed. And we ended up just pulling out the first thing we found, which is this ugly brown set that I do not like. But, I'll just change it again in like a week or so. You guys don't care. I care. That's the point.
I know the lighting isn't the best, but this is my favorite spot to read, so just bear with me, okay? I wanted to read you something. I can't remember because it's been a while since I read the first book, but this one, my dog is moving, so my camera is moving. Okay, the blanket is where he wants it now. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't remember if the first one was funny because it's been a while since I read it, so, I'll guess it's funny, but I don't know. I wanted to read you guys something. Sean, my boy. I look up to see the one person that I would happily see castrated and then dragged behind a team of wild horses and then maybe castrated again for good measure. Okay, maybe not. But I'd definitely draw a dick on his face if I ever found him passed out. I like Sean. He's funny. His inner dialogue is funny, even though he thinks about, getting naked a lot. Like a lot. But, he likes it, I guess. Okay, back to reading.
If you guys can hear my dog, I'm so sorry. He's old, okay? He's an oldie but a goodie. Yes, he's an oldie but a goodie. Oh, you wanna cuddle? You wanna cuddle? Yeah. Okay. It's Saturday morning. I got ready, as you can see. I'm about to leave the house, and I'm gonna bring you guys. You okay? I'm about to leave the house, and I'm gonna bring you guys with me. He's telling me to give him some attention. I'm going to bring you guys with me, okay? But first, I just want to go through all of the pages that I read yesterday. And I actually read this much. Don't know if you guys can see that. But I'm almost I'm almost done with the book. Like, that's a pretty hefty amount to read. I did do most of it through audiobook. I listened to the audiobook while I was cleaning around the house and doing other stuff. But I mean, I love this as an audiobook. I think it works perfectly as an audiobook. And you know, you can never go wrong with Jacob Morgan. So that's how I was spending my time yesterday. I do have to say though, this is not a book if you are religious. And please do check your trigger warnings for this one, because they do touch on some heavy subjects. And it is, like, the story kind of is not just about, you know, him and her, but it's also about him not necessarily finding his faith again, because I don't know if he does, but how he struggles with his faith. So, or lack thereof. It's probably more like it. One of the two. So it is kind of heavy, and sometimes I don't know, sometimes I got a little bit of the feeling that it was kind of trying to make me okay with religion. So just, you know, not that it's not pushing religion down my throat, but it just, you know, it talks about religion in a very modern way. And like, one of the nuns also talk about religion in a very, very modern way, and what I don't think a nun would do ever. Maybe, I don't know. I personally do not know any nuns, so I don't know. But yesterday, well, with the audiobook, 254 pages. So I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do my errands, and I'm gonna finish this book. And I would never, I'm just gonna put it as a disclaimer, I would have never read this many pages if it wasn't for the audiobook. I could not have been sitting for 3 hours or however long the audiobook was and read this many pages. My brain would not be able to do it, because my ADHD just makes it a little bit more difficult for me to sit in one place and read at the same time. If I can do something else while I'm listening to the audiobook, it works way better. So I love a good audiobook, but immersive reading, that's what it's called. I like doing that. I decided to move inside and get some food. I needed food. I was hungry, right? And I kept on listening to the audiobook. I was not prepared to sob into my noodles. Oh my God, I was not prepared. Even though you kind of, they kind of not necessarily hint at it, but you do know that it might happen. You do know that, you know, they might touch on, like I said, look up the trigger warnings. But I was still not prepared to get so emotionally attached and feel everything. I was sitting there crying. I had to put my food away, and I went into the bedroom because I did not want the kids to be like, "Hey mom, why are you crying into your food?" I was not prepared. So now, I'm gonna throw it around. I'm gonna put them in. And I'm gonna finish this book. I'm at 91%. So I don't have that much time left. I'm gonna see how it ends. I don't want to cry anymore. I did it. I finished it. I'm done. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I would recommend it if you like dark romance. If you don't mind, if you're very religious, I wouldn't recommend this at all. It does touch on religious subjects, which I do think would be nice if you're very religious. But the things they do, I don't know if I would recommend to someone. Well, maybe I would. Because it is fiction, you know? It's not true. She says so in the author's note as well, like where she's plucking stuff from, like she even, you know, gives you recommendations about books and stuff like that. So maybe I would recommend it because it is about losing faith and finding your own faith again in a weird way. And it's about figuring out who you are. Like I said, it is age gap. It is best friend's little sister. It's religious. But yeah, I had fun. I did enjoy it. I think it was a good read, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5. So this is not a bad book at all. I do want to read the last one as well, and the last one is MM. That excites me. So yeah, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna go out and pick up my next book, and we'll see what I decide to read. We're back. I picked up a book, as you guys saw, and I picked up this tiny book right here. It's the third book. See, it says 3. It's the third book in the Zodiac Academy series. I am very excited about reading this one. I think I said earlier in this vlog that, like in this one, people either get really sucked in or they don't really like it, but I have to correct myself. I think it's book like 4 or 5. That's when people get very annoyed with one of the main characters, and that's, from what I've seen, the people that have read this story and enjoyed it enough to keep on reading, that's the point where they go, I don't want to do it anymore, you annoy me, shut up, go die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we're gonna tackle this one. I do also have this one as an audiobook because I am an immersive reading girly. I love a good audiobook, but I also do like to read it. So I do. I don't know why I have it. Like, I have it here technically just to show you guys because I will be reading it on my Kindle. I don't know. I like reading a physical book. I really enjoyed reading the other one as a physical book. I only read that on my Kindle when I was in bed. But this is too big, you know? This is when they describe a man's private parts in a romance book and they're like, your hands can't fit around it. It's this one, but round. So yeah, I can't, like, sitting and reading this, it's just too heavy, holding it and everything. So this is going to be mostly on my Kindle. Plus, it's thick as fuck. So reading it on my Kindle, I don't know how thick it is. I do know now though, because, you know, I have it right here. I have like 3 hours. No, I have 2 hours and 45 minutes until I have to leave. Well, until I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I have 2 hours and 30 minutes to read. So I can just crawl back down into bed and read. This has turned into like a reading Easter. I usually do not read this much at all, but everything is closed. There's nothing to do. I've been for a walk with the dog because it's very nice weather. Like, there's nothing else to do. Nothing else to do but sit down and read. And I am actually enjoying myself so much that I do not complain. I do not complain at all. I do not complain. Well, maybe a little bit. No, I don't. No, I don't complain. On purpose. Okay, besties. Let's read. It's Sunday, Sunday, well, now it's like midday. I haven't done much. I've been a chauffeur. That's what I've done. But yesterday, I finished, where is it? As you saw, I finished Sinner. I checked, I read 102 pages of this one, and I read 71 pages of this one. So in total, I read 173 pages yesterday between these two books. And today, we're just going to keep on reading The Reckoning. Like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dive straight on into it. It's a beautiful day. Like, this Easter has been, they said it was going to rain all through Easter. There was like a rain. So that's what we planned for. And then they changed their minds, and it's like 15 degrees Celsius outside. It's so lovely. There's this beautiful trail by well, it's kind of a little bit up in the mountains, but you can just look out over the water and stuff. There's benches and, so you can have your lunch or whatever. I kind of want to go and see if one of the benches are available, and I'm going to sit there and read for a little bit. I'm going to bring my dog because I'm going to have to go for a walk with him anyways. I'm going to walk with him, sit down, read a chapter or two. I'm not going to bring this. I am going to bring my Kindle because I think I will throw out my back if I tried hauling this piece of book around with me.
I'm back inside after my walk with the doggo. I've been back inside for a while, but I went for the walk. I had a nice walk. I enjoyed it. It was a good time. Got to sit outside and read my book. It was very nice. But when I got back home, I literally just went to go and pick up one of the kids again. Then dinner had to be made, all of this. Now I have like 30 minutes before I feel like I have to go into the showers because it's an hour until the race starts and I don't want to miss the start of the race. So I've given me like 30 I've given myself 30 minutes to read before I have to jump into the shower. And yeah, I'm on chapter 11 now. I am enjoying the book very much. One thing I didn't say though, when I read the first one, no, not the first one, like the second book, but the first book in this video, Tori and Darcy are extremely trusting. These boys, because they're boys, they're not men, they're boys. Treat them like shit. They do heinous stuff to them. And then they go, oh, I need you to join me to this party tonight and I'm gonna play nice. And the girls are just like, okay. Like, no. Boundaries, set your boundaries, girls. Know your worth. I understand that they are more powerful than the boys technically, but they don't know how to use their powers. They haven't grown up in this world. So why are we trusting them? Like, why are we trusting them? I'm not trusting them. Why are you trusting them? I have the same feeling now. I have a feeling that the boys want to play nice, but they've been told to not play nice. And everything that's on the line, if they don't do as they are told, is more than I know at this point in time. Like, I feel like it has to be more to the story than what we are seeing. So I love that we get a few chapters here and there that's from the boys' perspective. I just had a long ass chapter from Darius's perspective and it was actually very nice because it was fun to be a little bit inside his head. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read for a little bit, and I know I said I wasn't going to read the physical book because it's so fucking big, but I feel like reading a physical book. I feel like holding a book in my hands, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to read the big ass book.
Happy fake Sunday. It's our last day of Easter. It's Easter Monday. What it's called in English, I can't remember, but in Norway, we literally just call it the second Easter day. It's second Easter day. So, you know, we got coffee, we got books, we got stuff to talk about. So let's just, you know, I'm talking to myself. Let's just put down the coffee and talk. Don't tell Tom that I have hot coffee in bed. He knows how clumsy I am. Anywho, this has been such a good reading Easter for me, because I think it's this video. I think because I'm making this video, every like spare minute I've had, or if I'm going to do a mundane task like, you know, do the laundry or vacuum, I've been listening to an audiobook and I've just been consuming it and eating it up, and I'm having so much fun. Like, if I was on my way into a slump, which I don't think I was, but this has definitely made sure that I'm not going into a slump, if that makes sense. It did. In my head, at least. I'm 34% through the book, like through this thick ass book. And yes, I broke the spine. I don't care. I like it when my books look like they've been used. I know people like them to look completely new. I don't really care. I like it when they look like they've been used. So that's me. But yesterday, I'm gonna show you, I read this much of the book. So actually a pretty big chunk. This is 146 pages. And for me, you know, that's a good chunk of book. That was 146 pages, like I said yesterday. It was a good day. Today is not as good of a day. Not because, you know, it's a Monday, but because the weather isn't as nice. But then again, I feel like when the weather isn't as nice, I have a bigger excuse to just sit inside and read my book. If you made it this far into the video, I would love to hear how you spent your Easter. Did you read? Did you see a lot of family? Did you travel? Did you just relax? Did you work? Tell me what you did. I would love to chat with you guys in the comment section about how you spend Easter. Maybe you have some Easter traditions, either in like your religion or in your family, in your town. I would love to hear about them. I love listening to Easter traditions. Let's go enjoy Fake Sunday.
I am in the middle of a chapter and I stopped just to tell you guys, I think I'm in love with Lance Orion. Is there like a Lance Orion, you know, anonymous meeting I can go to? Because I don't think this is okay. Why does this man just make me? He's written by a woman. That's why he's written by a woman. I'm a Lance Skelly. I think I just found one of my favorite book boyfriends. And he just happens to be a vampire. Oh my god, this is such a throwback to when, you know, I was Team Edward in Twilight all the way. I need to go back to reading now because Lance is jealous and I kind of like it.
I am back from what was this Easter's last family dinner. It was very nice. I enjoyed it very much. But now I'm ready to spend my evening reading. Because what else are you supposed to do on a day off, on a Monday? Random Easter Monday? Like, what are you supposed to do? Well, you can read. I didn't get to read as much earlier today as I wanted to. So I'm very happy that I'm going to be able to read now. Tom is also out with a friend. The kids are out on the trampoline. If you can hear them, you're welcome. Now I have an energy drink. This one is lemon yuzu, I think it's pronounced. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's fully charged, 0 sugar. I've never tasted it before. Let's hope. It smells like everything that, you know, every lemon drink you've ever had. It also tastes like every lemon drink you've ever had. We'll see. Next chapter. Oh my god, it's by Orion. Oh my god, Lance is my favourite. I mean, yes. I think I'm slowly becoming obsessed with a fantasy book. Slowly but surely, you know. slowly but surely. Let's dive on into it and let's read, shall we? Easter is over. We're done. I have been reading so much, like either on my Kindle, a physical book, or done an audiobook, and it's been lovely. I've enjoyed it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for this long. This is one of the longest videos I've made, so thank you. I do appreciate it. Yesterday I read 134 pages, so I did get into a chunk of this book as well. I am over 50% through it. I'm eating it up. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. I don't know if I'm rooting for any of the boys. Well, I am rooting for Orion, always, but I'm rooting for him to, you know, be in my bed, not somebody else's bed. But yeah, that's it. So all in all, Thursday through Monday, yesterday, I read 834 pages. I'm going to consider that like a very good Easter, like a super good Easter. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You know, spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate it. And if you like this video, please tell me. I can make more videos like this that's a little bit longer, over several days, where I read several books. Please tell me in the comments if there's anything special you want to see. And while you're down there, like the video and maybe tickle the subscribe button. You know, it doesn't hurt. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.